Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Minetest video. This is episode 4 of the survival series, and just behind me spawned one of those golems. Let's go take a closer look. I travelled out west from my house, so yes, home is that way. But yes, I wanted to look for any new material to build with. I saw that red stone over there, so I want to gather up a few stacks of that. And I gathered some of this wild cotton earlier, so I got some of that, and pineapple as well. So slowly building up the crop collection. Hopefully one day it's going to be all complete. But I'm not going to leave this place without taunting this monster a little bit. This is the Savannah variant. I don't know if you can hear it. Just going to have my volume a little bit louder. I don't know if you heard that. It makes a little sound. Man, that sounds freaky. Problem is I can't sprint yet. I don't have the stamina mod installed. So if this thing catches up to me, it's going to be difficult to run away unless I punch it a few times. What's that? Just collected that in time. Here, little golem. Oh, black flower. Never had that before. Just collect that right up. So I'm busy exploring and just collecting every exclusive resource I can find. Man, that thing sounds creepy. Hopefully I'm not going to die so far away from home. Okay, I think I had enough fun with you, golem. I think I'm going to leave you alone now. Please leave me alone. Please. You're starting to freak me out, golem. Move it. Get back to your biome. You don't belong here. Come on. Man. Hope he doesn't jump down cliffs with me. Because if that's what I have to do, jump off a cliff, then that's the only way I'll survive. Oh, I forgot. I made a bridge last time. And I just came through this way. So I'll just use this bridge and then I'll quickly break the middle of it so he can't get past. Just make sure I get some distance between me and him. And oh, never mind. Your pathfinding sucks, bro. See you never. The sun's busy rising. Good luck. On the other hand, I still need to collect some more resources, so yeah, you just go that way. Yeah, keep walking. I wonder how far it sees me. Please walk that way, sir. I don't want to face you any further. Okay, we made it past him. I think I collected some of those flowers. I'll just collect some of these black ones. Make sure I got many of them. Because I'm still trying to figure out the flower farming mechanics. So yeah, I've been messing around with that for a little while. It's not going great so far. I've got a few sample areas that I'm busy testing out how the flowers grow. It seems that flowers don't care about each other. So if you have multiple flowers close to each other that are at least different types, they will keep spreading. But if they are close together and they are the same type of flower, then you should try and spread them out a bit. But I got a feeling that when it comes to flowers spreading, a person has to make sure your whole loaded chunk area is clear of any of that same type of flower. Judging by my current thoughts. So hopefully my theory is right. So if my theory is right, then that means we can basically farm flowers now. Yes. So I'll just quickly walk this way. I don't know if I should collect a few of these sand blocks, like a few stacks. It's always... What is this anyway? Savannah dirt. Interesting. That orange stone that I saw there, I want to use that for roofing blocks. That just looks like a roofing block type of block. So I'll make sure to gather up a few stacks of this. I'm definitely going to use this a lot. And I must just check back on my coordinates. I'm sure I'll just walk the general west direction and I'll eventually find this place again. But yes, this is actually what I was after. This desert stone. And it looks very, very good. I mean, look at this. It already looks like the perfect roofing material. I'm sure you can make like bricks and things. And I'm sure I'll craft some bricks just to vary up the texture. I can't talk today. The textures a little bit. And you know what? I want to gather up some of the sand as well. I know there are some biomes where the sand goes down deep, because this is not going to work. It's only one layer deep. I guess I'm going to gather a few stacks of sand first, and then I'll gather a few stacks of the stone, just so I've got both of these materials for back home. So I'll see you in a little bit when I gathered up a few stacks of this. What the heck is that? Okay everybody, I made it back home, and as you can see, desert cobblestone, that's what it's called. That's from earlier in the series. Here is my crops and flowers chest, which seems to be getting a little bit full. So I guess I should make a chest or something. And if you're eagle-eyed, you will see that my mouse pointer is now white. I tend to jump operating systems a lot. So yes. I finally settled on Windows after all the distro hopping that I've been doing. I eventually found out that Windows just does what I want it to do, and when it comes to my hobbies, I really need Windows, unfortunately. So if it wasn't for that one program, I probably would have stuck with Linux. But this is what I've spoken about earlier. If you leave the flowers of the same type, like apart from each other, like just keep it a little ways away, you'll eventually have them spread. Although I have been removing a lot of flowers in this area around me. I don't really care about the sunflowers because that's part of the farming redo mod. But I think I'm actually starting to figure out how this all works. So hopefully I can properly farm these dyes for the foreseeable future. And sorry for the lack of uploads, but I had some things going on in real life, and yeah, didn't really have time to do any Minetest videos. But hey, I'm back. Before I forget, I should actually start farming this cotton seed just to get some wool production going, or craft a hoe, because I want to use wool for carpeting and other interesting stuff, maybe even pixel arts. Not that I really got into pixel art very much in Minecraft, but hey, having a lot of colored wool blocks gives you a lot of opportunity to do some fun things. I forgot to mention this, but I did lay out a grid of flowers equidistant from each other, just to see what it takes for them to spread. And then I also got another sample area over here, which has eventually grown a few more flowers. So it seems like flowers like to have a lot of space to themselves, or maybe not so much space. I'm sure that distant, what am I even talking about? That distance from each other, it should work, but I'm not seeing it work. So I don't know what's happening there. But hey, this was working. So yeah, just took a very long time. I mean, this took like many hours to spread. But now comes the question, is where are we going to start farming this cotton? I don't know if I want to farm everything inside my castle walls or if I want to create like a dedicated farming area. We still have to explore these dungeons. I'll get back to that some point later. I'm almost thinking this place is going to be the best. I mean, this won't really be used for anything. Yeah, it's relatively flat. I mean, it will work. I just want to dig out some of this grass over here, just to get it even flatter. And then I think we'll start our very first cotton farm. Get our hands on some wool blocks. And I know there are a lot of mods you can install to add new blocks to the game, but I want to try and stick to as vanilla as possible, because I have played this game since 2017 and I know that there can be a lot of compatibility issues with different versions and different mod versions and all that stuff. So the reason why my mod list is so short and so basic is to try and eliminate that as much as possible. I just want to walk down here, see what this is all about. Interesting. Seeing as I don't have a water source, these two buckets that I've been strangely carrying with me this whole series so far, basically, since we've got an iron, I think we might as well make a little pond over here. I just want to use a block type that stands out the most. Sorry, I'm veering off track. I'll get back to the cotton farming just now. I just want to make a body of water here just to get some nice decoration going. Okay, I think it's final. We're going to place the water on this level. Over here. There we go. Seeing as I'm playing on Windows again, and I've optimized my performance settings, as you can see in my frames per second, I'm playing like in the hundreds now. I mean, I couldn't do that on Linux, even if I disabled VSync. Linux just doesn't perform as well as it should. But it's not a problem with Linux really, it's a problem with NVIDIA. Hopefully one day NVIDIA creates proper driver support for Linux, which I doubt is ever going to fully happen, because Linux is not where the money lies. What the heck? No. Just taking a very long time to drain. I've recently tried to play Minecraft again after all this time, and I had the strangest experience, because now it feels like Minecraft is the unpolished ripoff and Minetest is the authentic game, which is really strange. I mean, I wasn't always thinking like that. I always thought of Minetest as like this nice little free and open source game you can play once in a while just to get a vibe change from Minecraft, because I do like the atmosphere of Minetest more than Minecraft. And that atmosphere change, it's really like a day and night difference. I don't know what it is about Minecraft, but it feels like the atmosphere is very rigid. It feels very restricting. You can't really do much at all. And it's funny because Minecraft's the pioneer of sandbox voxel games. But that's what I feel with Minecraft. It's just not fun anymore. And I don't think I'll ever return to Minecraft fully ever again. I mean, I own Java Edition and Bedrock Edition, but I don't know. Minecraft has become, dare I say, boring. And after playing in Minetest and suddenly stepping back into Minecraft, you suddenly feel the corporate energy just beat down on you. You suddenly feel, like I said earlier, the restriction of Minecraft because of how corporate it has become. It's not what it was once, like in the old days. Okay, change of subject. Let's stop talking about Minecraft. These flowers are actually starting to grow quite good. I mean, we just broke these flowers earlier, so it looks like it's working well. On the other hand, this has been planted like hours ago, and it's not coming even close to wanting to grow. However, here around the corner, these do seem to spread every now and then. Maybe not as often, but I mean, they spread, so that's something. As long as they spread, that's the important bit. I wish the shift click would actually take that back to your inventory instead of in a crafting grid. Where is that black flower? I don't remember if I collected any other type of flower. I think I already got red growing. Yes, I do have red. Let's place the black flower here as well, just so I got the whole collection. I don't think it's the whole collection. I'm almost sure that there are a few other flowers to collect as well. Maybe not much left, or maybe I did collect everything. I'm not sure. I will have to look into the Minetest creative inventory. But yeah, that's working now. Let's go and plant that cotton that I keep talking about. I just watched back some of my clips. The audio seems to be a little bit on the loud side, so yeah, just keep your volume a little bit down. The microphone's a little bit loud. Okay, so this is the area that I'm going to use for farming cotton. Did I collect every grass block here? Okay, seems to be nice and flat. I also want to break this out, replace it with dirt. Don't worry, the castle will be built up soon. I just have to go on a cobblestone collection spree, or frenzy, whatever you call it. And then I think I want to build up the towers first, make sure those are in place, because I feel that's more important than what's on the inside. Because if the buildings if the buildings are getting in the way, then that's going to be a huge issue. So rather have the watchtowers built up first, as well as the outside walls and the walkways. I do want to try and add a few more shapes around here, just to add a bit more complexity to the castle. But yes, we'll see about that. Let's take this dirt, place it in here. I'm really liking the performance of Minetest now. I discovered a few Windows settings that allowed my CPU to work at full power when plugged in, which was my issue last time. I didn't know that option even existed, and apparently it's off by default. Let's go and sleep quickly. So I think from the next video we might even start using shaders, seeing as my performance is so good. Let me know if the text there and the top I can't talk today at all. Let me know if the text in the top left is bothering you. I personally have a habit of keeping this type of information on, so I can just monitor my performance. I do this with Minecraft as well. You'll see with my videos in my old Minecraft Let's Play series, I always keep the FPS counter on, so I can keep an eye on the right hand number, because I do have a lower end laptop and I'm squeezing every last bit of power out of this thing before I decide to build another laptop, buy another laptop. Before I end this episode, I really do want to just put on the shaders just to see what it looks like so far. Performance still seems to be very good. My frames are still higher than what it was on Linux, even with like nothing around. I'm noticing a few artifacts with the shadows. I don't know what's the issue with that. I've never seen that before. And I've played with these shaders a lot on my own. Yeah, doesn't bother me that much. The frames have dipped a little bit, but still playable. I mean, this is about what the experience was like on Linux. So yes, let's get the buckets out and start spacing the water sources out. Let's count from here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's where we're going to place our first water source. There we go. 2, 3. Let's make a nice old square. 2, 3. If you don't know, crops get saturated 3 blocks away compared to Minecraft, which is 4. So just keep that in mind. And water sources can saturate land vertically as well. If you didn't check my video on things you didn't know about Minetest, I suggest watching it. I'll leave a card in the top right so you can go check it out. But yeah, definitely growing a little bit more comfortable with commentary. 2, 3. Because in my first commentary videos, you'll see that I mean, everybody gets nervous and they don't know how to talk properly. But I found out that just being myself just makes it a whole bunch easier. Because when I'm myself, I tend to speak very silly. I'm actually a silly person in real life. If you give me the chance to be my silly self. I can also be very serious. But yeah. I hope the way that I talk doesn't bother you all very much. 2, 3. That's where it ends right there. 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Delete that. Well, it looks like something. Hey look, one of the flowers finally spread. Look how far it spreads. I mean, that's like 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks out. I don't know if it will be able to spread 5 blocks. But it's even spreading in this area, so I mean, it's spreading finally. I mean, it took a long time. But now I'm seeing this flower's not spreading. So I wonder what's happening there. I definitely think it has something to do with having flowers of the same type in the nearby loaded chunks. I think if I do remove all these flowers, then eventually those ones will start spreading. I'm not sure though. I will have to look into it. But yes, next time, hopefully, these castle walls will be built up. And I will at least have some empty building shells ready to go. And then we'll start playing with the roof blocks in the next episode. So, hope you have a good day, and I'll see you next time.